channel. So today I'm going to be doing a newborn baby's must-have and fails video. I am not sponsored by any of the products mentioned in this video. I'm just simply stating what has worked for me and daddy the whole time we had baby, and to simply help a new mom out who's probably trying to get her items together in preparation for her baby. So if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my iPad. I refer to notes to give you a more accurate representation of what I'm going to be talking about. Any products that I have a link to, I will list those links down below as well in the description box so you can review those products on your own. Okay, so I did organize the products by subject. So I have diapering, feeding, everyday essentials, and miscellaneous. Some of these products are gonna be like interchangeable because you need one to do the other, but I will do my best to keep everything separate. So we're gonna start off with diapering. I am a 100% Huggies diapers mom. I do not like Pampers. I haven't tried any other diapers besides Pampers and Honest Company. I do not like the Honest Company. They're very cute, but they're made out of paper in my opinion. I have one remaining from when he had them. They're so cute and I was so excited to use these. These were actually the first diapers I had in his diaper bag when I packed his diaper bag for the hospital, but I was sadly mistaken when, for one, they don't fit correctly. This is a newborn size and they were still too big for him. You can't tell when a baby used the bathroom, so I do prefer Huggies because it has the little strip on them to let you know when the baby used the bathroom. The difference between Huggies and Pampers is the fact that Pampers release this smell, this chemical smell when a baby has peed, versus Huggy diapers don't. So I prefer Huggies. It's funny to mention, and when we go to the wipes, I don't like Huggies wipes because they leave like a lint residue on the baby's bottom or whatever else you're wiping, versus the Pampers wipes, they are not leaving any residue and they stay wet longer, versus the Huggies, they dry out faster. So that's just my opinion. Leading to the feedings, I breastfeed my baby, but obviously I have to wash pump parts. I have to wash his bottles because I did introduce him to the bottle early to be ready for when I go back to work. I prefer to use this Dr. Brown's bottles. I use two different versions. I have a glass version, and these are my preference for when I'm at home because they're easy to clean, they're BPA free obviously, and it's just easier to hold in a hand. Now when I'm traveling and I have like a bottle to give him, let's say my mom's watching him, I have the plastic version of the Dr. Brown's bottle that I take on the go. Either one of them work fine. The reason why I choose Dr. Brown's bottle is because they have this green tube on the inside to reduce colic and reflux, and a lot of babies have them, especially when they're newborn. This is the little tube that I was talking about that reduces the chance of colic and reflux. And I've noticed that he's never had colic actually, thank God. And he had reflux when he first came home, and that's because I was using the Medela bottle, and I just slapped the Medela nipple on it, and he was getting too much air and he choked every second. So I've tried the Avent bottles as well. He likes those, but he still choked on those. So I still prefer Dr. Brown's bottles over all bottles that I've tried. And which lead me to the Dr. Brown's bottle cleaner, and you can just simply stick this on your window sill in the kitchen if you have a window right there or something nearby, and you just take it out and clean the bottle. I want to talk about the lanolin that I'm using. I did try this version of lanolin. I have a travel size. I do use it. I keep this in my pump bag, but I don't like it. I use it, but I don't like it. It's too thick and it does not glide on a nipple nicely, versus the Medela lanolin does do well with the nipple. It glides on a lot smoother and evenly, and you don't have to wipe it off before you feed the baby. It's safe for you and the baby. So it's almost gone because this is a heaven sent for me, especially when you're pumping. You can put this on your nipple before you pump and it helps with everything, the flow of everything. I wash his bottles and my pump part with the Dapple dish soap. This is the lavender flavor or smell. I got this. The reason why I have a preference of Dapple versus Honest is because I got the Dapple when I was at the hospital, and my sister also used that for my niece, and it does not leave any cloudy residue on the pump parts or the bottles, which is a preference versus the Honest dish soap. Once again, I have a problem with Honest Company. They leave your bottles very cloudy, the nipples very cloudy, and they make you feel like the nipples are not clean, even though you just went through a whole process of cleaning the nipples. So I use the Dapple to clean the bottles and the pump parts, and then I put them in my Dr. Brown sterilizer. Here's a picture of it. So after you wash your bottles and pump, you prep the sterilizer, you put the parts in there, and it takes like 1 or 2 minutes to like literally steam up and sterilize the bottle. And once I'm done sterilizing all parts, I put them on my grass rack. Here's the picture. And I let them air dry, and that's just my process of how I clean the baby's bottles, my pump parts, his pacifiers, and so forth. As far as medications that I've used, I've only so far used the gripe water from Little Remedies, and that's to help with the colic, reflux, and hiccups. And it has been a heaven sent for me. You have to get an approval from your pediatrician, obviously, but the bottle itself lists how much you have to give the baby depending on how old they are. So I've been giving it to him in a syringe, and it has been terrible because you have to give it to them on the side of the mouth, and they get very impatient. It takes up to 2 minutes to try to get the whole syringe into their mouth, and it's just a whole headache. So what I invested in is the Fridababy MediFrida. This is a pacifier and syringe together, and the pacifier feels like the Soothy pacifiers. If your baby is on a pacifier, this mimics that, so it'll be easy for you to give the baby their medicine in that. Which leads me to the pacifiers that I have to have. I've lost so many of these, but I keep one in my diaper bag, I keep one in his nursery, I keep one in his shower caddy, I keep them in my room. I have one in almost every room, and these are our go-to because these are what we call a stopper. He actually takes the pacifier well, and in order to prevent myself from losing all my pacifiers, I do hook one up to one of these, and you hook it onto their bib or their shirt, and you have your pacifier floating around. And to clean the pacifiers, I keep a pack in his diaper bag and one in our room. Is a Munchkin pacifier wipes, and these sanitize the pacifiers, and they're no harsh chemicals, and they're perfect for on the go. So it's easy for you to clean it without worrying about hurting your baby with chemicals. So that's been a must-have for me for feedings. Okay, so now we're gonna go into everyday essentials. So I have 2 different versions of co-sleepers, and I used one of them, the one for my bed. We put that in the middle of the bed, and the baby has his own little space to stretch out without us worrying about smashing the baby, because we do co-sleep. And when we feel like we want to stretch out in the bed more, we do use the other co-sleeper that has a vibration effect on there, so it helps the baby stay calm. So we do use both of those whenever we use them interchangeably. Obviously, babies love to scratch themselves, so I have to have mittens for the baby, thick cotton socks. I did order this little night light from Amazon. I'll put the link down below in the description box, but it put stars on the ceiling, and obviously when as your baby grows, they get more intrigued by everything. So the night light is to help keep baby calm in the middle of the night. And I did download a white noise app for $1 on my iPhone, and I just play different white noises to help him go to sleep. So that's part of my everyday essential. I do have water wipes. Now I did not put that in the diapering section because I use the water wipes for something else. Here's what the water wipes look like. Here's a travel version of the water wipes. I did have a bigger version of it as well, but I use the water wipes for his face. They don't have chemicals on them, so that's why I use them for his face. When he was first born, he did have a little bit of jaundice, and in order to clean his eyes, because he had a lot of gunk in his eyes every single day, I felt more comfortable using the water wipes because they're chemical free, and it helped clean his face versus the wipe. I felt weird about putting the wipes on my baby's face. So I also ordered this arm pillow from Amazon. So you just stick your arm through it, and as you're feeding feeding the baby, they can lean on you, or if the baby's going to sleep and you don't want your arm floating in the air, if you fall asleep and the baby fall, like this is just a good barrier to keep you and the baby comfortable. I will put that link down in the description box as well. So now we're gonna talk about miscellaneous products that has worked for me. So obviously you have to have a first aid kit that I keep in his diaper bag. The Fridababy booger sucker, Lord have mercy, it sounds nasty, but this is the Fridababy booger sucker. This is a must-have versus the traditional turkey baster looking booger sucker that you get from the hospital. I do use this, but I prefer the booger sucker. So a miscellaneous product that I do prefer to use on a baby when I'm bathing him is the Fridababy Cradle cap brush. It comes 2 in a pack and it has a little case to separate everything, but this is really soft. It's silicone, and if your baby has cradle cap, then this can be helpful in trying to cure cradle cap. If you want me to film a video on what I did to help take care of my baby's cradle cap, please let me know. So I have that, and if you're a breastfeeding mom like me, then you are so desperate to find anything to make it convenient for you in that process. So this is a little product that I got from Amazon as well, and it's a shirt clip. So if you have on like a loose flowing shirt, then the shirt will fall on a baby as you're feeding them. So this is a nice little clip that you hook on your shirt, and you clip the bottom under, and your shirt just hangs in there, and this keeps the baby face from being obstructed by the shirt, and it helps you see the baby. This is no choking hazard or anything. So this is a couple dollars from Amazon. It's a heaven sent product. Trust me, you keep this in your diaper bag. Also, because I breastfeed, then obviously letdown is inevitable. So I did try the Medela soft shells, and I like them for the most part, but I do not prefer them over this product that I just bought from Avent. It collects the milk that you're letting down versus the Medela ones doesn't, and you still can leak through those. So if you don't want to waste your milk, buy this product. I will list that down in the description box. And the 5-in-1 car seat slash nursing slash cover for the shopping cart is a must-have for me. So when I have baby on the go, and that's what you've seen in the last video of him going home, I was pulling the cover down. I will link that down below as well, that I received from Amazon, and that is a must-go for me. I do have a con that goes with that, and that's because it gets really warm under there, so I have to keep my top open to make sure the baby is breathing and to make sure I can see him. So it has a lot of functions, but the only thing is that it does get hot under there. So I do use the Skip Hop Well bathtub and the pouring spout for his hair. The pouring spout is a heaven sent because you can actually fold the baby's ears down and when you're trying to rinse out their hair. So I do prefer that versus just getting a traditional cup and trying to wash out the baby's hair. There's a wet dry bag that I also got from Amazon for $12. I will link that down below, and that's for when you're on a go. You keep that in your diaper bag. I had several poop explosions happen with me in a car, and when you change the baby's clothes, you don't want to mix the dirty clothes with the new clean clothes. So the wet dry bag is to keep his salvage clothes in a separate compartment, which is a heaven sent for me. Which also leads me to mention that you should keep some of these bags that you see right here in your car. So you're gonna find yourself changing diapers in the car, so keep some bags in the car to put the dirty diapers in so you can toss them out later. There's a boba wrap that I received from Amazon. I do like it because it keeps the baby close. The only con is it's really hot, so I will wear it when it's really cold out and I don't want to wear a jacket and I don't want to do too much with the baby. I put him in that to keep him warm. But we do have the infant carrier that we got from Target for $30. This is heaven sent. My husband knows how to put it on versus him not putting on a boba because he felt like it was girly and it was too big and it's just a lot to put it on. So that is a preference for him as well. Obviously, when you're on a go, you want to be able to see the baby if you're in a car by yourself. So I have a mirror in my back seat to be able to see the baby while I'm driving. If you have a boy, best believe you're gonna get peed on. So we bought a pee stopper from Bye Bye Baby. There's a 2-pack and this is one of them. And it has a little groove for the little pee-pee to go in, and you put that on them as you're like going through the process of changing them. It doesn't work yet. I think this still is too big for my baby. If you have any questions at the end of the video, please list them down below in the comment section. I will do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. and I hope all the products that I mentioned in this video is going to be helpful for you and as you prepare for baby. So I'll see you next time. Oh, he's so cute.
Very precious.
He looks like a Sebastian.
He do.
He want his mommy.
I want him crying.
Is he crying
Let
still?
him cry.